Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, I'm going to tell you probably some of the easiest places you may want to consider getting funding if you're starting an Airbnb. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. Walmart has got into start selling tiny homes. All right. And so you have tiny homes from Walmart at $10,000. But here's the catch to that. Those are not actual tiny homes. What they are is the shell of the home. Now, if you actually want to take one of those shells of the home and turn it into a tiny home, that means that you have to have plumbing. That means you have to have insulation. That means you have to have electric, right? So in terms of having that stuff, even on a foundation, all right, now you're going to be spending an extra $15,000 to $25,000, right? So you have the shell, then you have to insulate it, then you have to put the plumbing in, all of these things. Now, here's the thing about it. I want to tell you guys that just happened to a guy, and he's ticked. What happened is he did an Airbnb on his property, right? Insulated, electric, bathroom, all the 9 yards, okay? Airbnb on his property. Here's the thing about it. He let somebody move into the property, and they was agreeing to pay X amount of dollars a month. Well, guess what? They decided to stop paying. Now, I know many of you all be like, well, I'll just kick them out. Well, it's going on 2 years, and they can't kick this person out. Why is that? Well, here's the reason why. That Airbnb that he set up on his property, it wasn't coded. The electric wasn't coded. The plumbing wasn't coded. He didn't get the city inspections. None of this stuff. So because he even took this person to court, and because it actually wasn't registered and coded, the judge favored in with the person that was renting out the Airbnb. He can't even kick that person out of the Airbnb. This is the reason why I tell you guys, when you're doing like Airbnb, and I know many people are trying to do this Airbnb arbitrage and stuff, one of the things I continue to tell you guys is you should structure an entity around it, okay, because of any liability. Now, here's another interesting thing about liability. He rented out that property. He can't kick her out of that property. He can't cut off the utilities. He can't do any of that. He can't do any of that because now it'll be formed as harassment, and she can sue him. She can sue him for that. Now, here's another interesting thing about it. He's just stuck. Even though he did offer to put her up in a hotel, all of these things, she declined. And he can't do anything about it. So for you guys that are looking into doing Airbnb hosting and stuff like that, get your paperwork right. Get your paperwork right, because it can become a headache. And I feel sorry for the dude because he thought he was doing a good thing by generating some extra income. But because he didn't do it by the actual codes, that's what made him create the problem. And so I'm just telling you guys, make sure that you have the right paperwork and stuff when you're doing these type of things. That being said, in terms of, like I said, how to build it out and stuff like that, just get the right paperwork. So let them know that, hey, this here dwelling on this property is inspected and registered with the city or county or whatever paperwork you need, because I'm telling you, you do not want that headache where somebody's living in your property for free, using your utilities, using your water and stuff, and you can't do anything about it. Now, for those of you that are serious about Airbnb, one of the things I keep telling you guys, one, if you have at least a decent credit score, all right, structure the business. Set up the payroll. For those of you that don't know how to set up payroll, many small business owners, I notice that they don't think payroll and paperwork is important, especially if you're trying to raise over $100,000. Okay. Now, yes, you can get credit cards with stated income. So, like some of the best credit cards that you can get with stated income is like U.S. Bank, right? So with U.S. Bank, TransUnion FICO 9. You can get the GM Business Credit Union TransUnion FICO 9, right? Navy Federal Credit Union, Experian FICO 9, okay? Now, the thing about it, I'll tell you something else. In reference to structuring your business, you do not want to tell them you're doing an Airbnb host. That's a red flag, and people don't even know that. When you're trying to get funding,